taught that faith is what gets produced in you when you hope in God. Imani ni kile ambacho kinatengenezwa ndani yako ukitumainia Unaona, unapomtumainia Mungu, kile ambacho inakuwa developed ndani yako ni imani. Imani is what comes to you when you hope in God. That's why the writer anasema faith comes by hearing the word of God. When I hope in God, what am I hoping in God about? Natumainia Mungu kwa kile ambacho amefanya na kile ambacho anakifanya. Imani inakuja kwako unaposikia neno la Mungu. Unaposikia neno la Mungu, unaamini kile ambacho Mungu amefanya na una matumaini ambayo ya yenye anafanya. Now what gets produced when you hope in God is imani, faith. That's how faith gets produced. Hivyo ndivyo imani inakuwa developed in someone. It is very unfair kukaa chini na kuambia tu mtu wewe hauna imani, wewe hauna imani. Wacha to guide each other how faith can be produced. Vile ambavyo imani inaweza tengenezwa kwa mtu. There's one thing in reading a story ya Bible na kukaa chini na kuambia watu, unaona nyinyi venye mko hivyo, the reason haujai experience miracle ama hii ni kwa sababu hauna imani. Unaona, hiyo haisaidii. But whenever we come together right now as a fellowship, as a church, how do we get faith? How can we get faith to be produced in people? When we learn the word of God, when we hear the word of God, when we hear the word of God, when we lead each other to hope in God, what gets produced in people is what? Faith. Someone once said, and people use this as a mockery, they usually say the church sells hope. It's like the church is a business or a market, but what the church is selling is hope. I've ever heard someone saying that. Now, a while back, I never used to understand that statement. But when I got to learn this and teach this, I realized, anyway, we are propagators of hope. Or aren't we propagators of hope? This hope is what produces faith. We are leading people to hope in God, to believe what God has already done and what God is doing. This is what produces faith. Faith that moves mountains.